pissed in Ryan Upchurch's Cheerios. No, seriously. I'm just awake. I'm just awake. You're getting Mama Liz with no buffer. I just, I don't care enough to. I'm not a makeup person, so you're just going to have to deal with it. But I woke up this morning, like 20 minutes ago, to a absolute swamp of messages on all my social media platforms. Y'all are very good investigators to find me on all my platforms, I must say. And everybody's going, Mama Liz, what do you think about what Ryan Upchurch said? What do you think about what Upchurch said? Oh, you gave such good advice to him in December, and he listened to it, and he responded. We want to know what you have to say about what he said last night. Okay, well, number one, I actually slept last night, so I didn't get to see it until I started to look after everybody messaged me. Number two, I normally don't have like huge thought process toward people's normal post. I think people like to post things as they think of things during the day. I have a lot of times where on my private social media I'll say funniest thing I've said today and throw up a blurb. So when people want to share what they're thinking, I don't normally like race to it and absorb it, but I understand that he is a celebrity to many of you. He's a very talented young man, and he's somebody that I cherish and that I'm very proud to say is from my neck of the woods. And so I cherish him, but I don't look at him through rose-colored glasses. I know that at the end of the day, the boy is just a human being trying to make it in Tennessee. And I respect that he's made it much farther than most and has a talent that exceeds most. But at the same time, the boy is just, I say the boy because I'm an old woman. You can just deal with it. The boy is just coping with life like the rest of us. He's just doing a little better than most of us. And he doesn't owe anybody anything, least of all an explanation for how he feels or defending himself against people that try to ask for things they shouldn't ask for. So I got up and I read this, and I was really worried about him in December. I really was. From a mother standpoint, when I saw him in crisis in December, it hurt my heart. And I know that he and Ripta both know that it hurt me to see him hurt like that. And what I did was completely out of concern for somebody in crisis that I thought was going to make a poor decision. And that's why the videos that you all, if you're wondering why I even should have an input on Ryan Upchurch, the videos are private. I've taken them down. I didn't want them to haunt the boy. I wouldn't want that for me, so I took them down. Once the benefit was had, I removed them. Oh, you could have had so many subscribers. I know, that was not the point. If you do something with a good heart, and then you turn around and say, oh, now I'm going to milk it, let the Jersey cow go. You don't need milk that bad. I would rather have is just for the benefit of the people that needed the help. And that's why I continue to make these videos. I don't have high traffic. I have a few people that really are endearing and like to hear what I say, but I don't have a lot of traffic. I say what I think sometimes needs to be said with a voice of reason. And so I read his post with that same thought process. And he said, you started out with, I'm finally tired of this shit, which tells me that this is something that has pushed him for a while, that he's finally responding to. This is a repetitive thing. This is something that is tiresome to him. This is something that he does not enjoy. This is something that he deals with a lot, which tells me, Tennessee people, y'all don't respect people no more. Stop it. Respect people. Respect boundaries. Respect, something. I fenced my property. And mostly it was because the people that used to live up the road had a daggum bulldog. But the other reason is because I want people to know where my boundaries clearly are. I don't want to have to remind you where my boundaries are. And it seems like he continues, even though he's putting all these things between himself and his fans, to say, I need this privacy. I need to be able to live like you do in some way, shape, or form. People keep overstepping their bounds and taking, taking these freedoms that they should not take, that are not theirs to be had. And he has to continually remind us, people in Tennessee people, listen to me. Pull your heads out of your hind ends. Leave this boy alone. Leave the boy alone. Let him live. That's all he's wanting to do. He's young. He's young. Don't absolutely make the world this horrible place for him at 28 years old. Let him enjoy a little bit of life. When you see him on the road, do one of those, see ya, and smile and enjoy that brief moment that you've had, and take your butt home. You know, there ain't no need in this. I tell everybody when they start talking about celebrities, and I know some celebrities. I'm blessed to call Peter Freestone a friend, a very close friend, and you know, y'all didn't think that was going to happen. Who else has a camo wall with a poster of Queen behind them? Did y'all expect that? But here's the thing: these people that you put up on these platforms, they're just people. Yes, they're talented. Yes, they have something that the rest of us might not have, have fostered and cultured in ourselves that they found and did. And we idolize that and we look up to that and we're enamored by that. But at the end of the day, they eat shit and piss just like everybody else. And they have all the same emotions and needs. And one of those needs is respect and boundaries. So, as I read this, he does so much for his community. He does so much. He's such an asset to say, when you're from Tennessee, you can say, oh, you know that Upchurch boy? Yeah, he's from my neck of the woods. We're blessed to have somebody like this that steps out and represents us and does all these great things with the fame and the wealth that he has come into. He does a lot of programs for his community. He helps a lot of people that nobody knows about. And then people say, well, I'm sure he's probably funneling you something. Honey, no. Promise you. I've had to thank you for the previous videos I did, and to me, that was all I needed. There's nothing else needed for Mama Liz's opinion. Mama Liz hands them out free. Well, when I was counseling, I didn't hand them out for free, but, I had to bill your insurance, so you weren't really involved. But, now that I'm home with my health and I see these things, I see people react so inappropriately. And here's what you got to do. You got to put yourself in his position. If you were in that position out somewhere trying to have a quiet family moment with your girlfriend, your new girlfriend, and the little immediate family that you have formed together, and you're trying to provide a safe bubble for a little bit of companionship between you all, would you want somebody doing this all the time? No. No, people, we've got to think. For you, it's a fleeting moment you get with them. For them, it's eternity, because this is what happens repetitively. So you have to start thinking about, am I going to be the same person that's going to create the same momentary shitstorm that they have to deal with all the time? Is that who I want to be remembered as? And I'm sorry, one of the people that I want to meet the most in the world is Laura Pergolizzi. I think her lyrics and her music and her voice are just, I love her. And I've seen her a few times in concert, and I want to meet her. I want to meet her just to shake her hand, because I want to shake the hand that's attached to the brain that comes up with the music that I love. And at the same time, I feel guilty because I want to meet her. Like, they did meet and greets tickets, and they were sold out by the time I was out of the hospital that time, so I missed them. And I was so upset. Then I got to thinking, well, what if I had met her? I would have felt, honestly, even though I would have paid for a meet and greet that I know she's benefiting from, I would have felt odd watching 50 other people hug her and then walk up and expected the same. I would have been like, no, it's okay, just shake my hand, just take a picture. I'm sorry, I know you're getting swamped by people. I breathe for a minute. Let me give you a bubble for a second. It's okay, I don't need a hug, just breathe for a minute. Just calm you down for a minute. Yeah, I think I've got 3 more minutes with you. Just breathe, it's okay. And, then you can go back to the rest of the people. But, thanks for writing your music. I appreciate you. And, now back to your grind. And I probably wouldn't, I wouldn't ask to hug them. I wouldn't ask to. And I think about that a lot. And I thought, well, why would I not request that for myself? Well, everyone else expects it. It's because I put myself in their position. What are they going through? I would not want the life that they have because of the freedom that I have. I would not want the celebrity status because I would not be able to have my freedom. At the same time, I know this is something that they subscribe to when they wanted their job. I get that. But that's when they put themselves on a platform to be that persona. Guys, when they're not on that platform, they're just themselves. They're just a human trying to cope with the world and get through the world like we are. And we've got to remember that. We've got to allow people to have that private time to flip the switch and just be a person. And everybody's like, what do you think about this? Hey, you know something? I'm not going to tell y'all what to think about this. I'm just going to tell Ryan what to think about this. Hey, Ryan. I love the boundaries that you've put in for yourself since December. I think they're all great. I think you have really taken ownership of your world and what you need for yourself. And I don't think you owe anybody a crapshoot for nothing. You just make them decisions. You run with it. You don't got to feel sorry for anybody else's circumstances. You don't know. This is your hard work. You enjoy that hard work. And when you need a minute, I can talk. When you need a minute, you take that minute because you deserve that minute. Because you are a person. It's not because you're famous. It's not because you sing. It's not because you're more talented than most people, which you are. It's because you're a person. And you deserve that minute. So, y'all, leave boy alone. Right? Keep up with them boundaries. Betty, your mama Liz approved since December. And y'all, I'm not easy on him. I expect a lot from him because I know what he can be. I know what he can grow into, and I know what life holds for him. And it's not that I have these unrealistic expectations. I want the boy to act like a boy that I can say, hey, that's a Tennessee boy. I do. I want him to be on his best behavior and to put his best foot forward because I want to be able to brag about that boy for 50 more years. And that's why I expect, but at the end of the day, I want him to lead a life to where he looks back and he's content and happy and proud of what he has done. That's what I think about the most. And I think by putting these boundaries in place for his fans, excellent. Excellent. Y'all, it's a no trespassing sign. Respect it. In all aspects of life. And y'all know what you're doing. Leave the boy alone. We got better manners than this. Money's not that important. But you know something? Having a quiet moment with the people you love, it is. Let the boy have that. He didn't know you nothing. And I'm just, now that I've learned a little bit more about his bubble, I'm so glad that he has people like Ripta, who are very quiet souls to be around him. And I think that these people that are in these celebrity roles need those quiet people. I think that's why Freddie Mercury needed Peter Freestone. The man is literally just a walking Xanax. He just calms everything right down. His persona just, creates this soft place to land when you're in a tizzy. And I'm so glad that it looks like Ryan has this too. He looks like he's finding people that are creating a slower, more consistent life for him. I think he's growing up. I think he's doing all these great things. And I think that when he got pissed and he wrote this big thing around, I think he needed to write every daggone word. Y'all, the boy is a credit to our zip codes. You gotta stop, and you're gonna have to be a credit to your own. He doesn't owe you crap. So next time that you want to put somebody down for not volunteering their wealth or ambition with you, remember, we're all in a dinghy in the ocean of life. And it's nobody's else responsibility to bail out your dinghy but you. So if you sink, it's because you didn't have a bucket big enough or a brain big enough or the desire big enough to keep yourself afloat. It ain't because somebody else didn't jump in your dinghy and bail out too. It's not their responsibility. Everybody can get in your dinghy, shut up, grab your bucket and work. Life would be a lot better. Ryan, you keep doing you, boy. Keep it up. I'm so freaking proud of the changes you've made and the boundaries you're putting in place. And you know something? Actually, even though I was frustrated with some of the messages, it wasn't a bad way to wake up to know that some young person has taken ownership and control of their world and is creating their own peace and distancing themselves from crap. In my world of counseling, that's a win. So, even though some of y'all are really nasty, not a bad way to wake up. Maybe today's going to be a good day. Let's all go dodge the Rona for another day.